All right, hello. Oh, Lord. Can everybody hear me? I have made a mess of stream. Is everybody here and good? I have no idea what that might have done to everybody waiting for stream. There we go. All right, chat's back. Chat's back. We're putting stream back together. Okay. All right. Let me just confirm over here. Yep, I'm visible. We see chat now. Hello, everyone. Scobalts, Leo, Phantom, Diener. Good to see all of you. I deleted the baby VOD. I had to delete the stupid thing that sort of existed. Sometimes it's very annoying to have to set up YouTube streams. I wish, so the thing about YouTube streams is there are more settings that you set up at the beginning of stream than Twitch streams. And most of the time, I don't actually have to do any kind of setup because I have it inherit the settings from like the last version of that game or the last episode of that game. So it just brings it in. It's all the same. No worries. The thing is this is a new game, which I'm excited about. It's been a while since we've done a new game. I love starting new games. I love starting new games so much that I feel like I really need to get a decent list of short games that we can knock out in like a couple streams so that I can just start more new games. However, I had to set stream up and I totally screwed it up, and I had set the the stream latency. So YouTube has 3 stream latency settings. There's normal, which is garbage. I don't know why it's so bad, but it's garbage. It's so long. There's low, which is what I use because it's much shorter, but still allows me to stream at 1440p. And then there's ultra low, which is a couple seconds faster than low. Not very much, just a couple seconds, but it doesn't allow you to stream in 1440p. You can only do 1080p. And so I like streaming at 1440p, so I use low latency, not ultra low. But we were on normal, and there's no way to change from that after you've started stream. So it was a tragedy, but that stream had to be cut short. So good job, everybody, making it to the correct stream. I'm proud of all of you because I don't actually know what that did. I had to kind of shuffle about. I'm glad that Chatbit also made it because, you never know. But that kerfuffle aside, I'm thrilled to be here for a new game. So this is the Sinking City. Sinking City seems to be like a open world sort of investigation style game built in the Cthulhu world. So we should have lots of interesting horrors to discover and investigate. There's apparently some form of combat. There's some variety of third-person shooting at play, but we'll find out how that goes. So let us go. Frosty, welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great, yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your journey. Cordially, Johannes van der Berg. Neat. What horror game is that, Phantom? It is coming up to spooky season, so I guess we're right on theme currently. What was that? You good? Sailors. Okay, okay. Folklore hunter. Interesting. I've not heard of that. Oh, that guy looked not so good. Make sure to throw that into the game suggestions in Discord, so I can have it on hand. I'll add it to my notes after stream. Okay, so wow, we're starting off with a... I assume this is not real, but, you know, probably feels real to him. Okay, just cast yourself into the void. Wake your ass up. Okay, so we got some neato flags here. Okay, so that's our flashlight button. That is... Oh, that's weird. That control is weird. I expected E to open and, like, left click to bludgeon, and it's the opposite, in fact. E swings a shovel. Oh, right. Left click is pick up.
Hope I never have to use it. But something tells me
it's bizarre. It's a distinct possibility that this game was never meant to be played mouse and keyboard. Oh, I see. So we aim and then we can fire. Yeah, interact, hold to loot object. Flashlight R. Okay, everything is looking more normal. Hold on, let me make sure that my buttons are all set appropriately. E, R, C, Q, X. Pin selected evidence on the screen. Okay, I've got a button for that. Space, WASD, Shift. Well, we'll see if I need the caps. I don't have caps at hand. But we'll see if I actually need to, like, walk specifically. Letter from J. Vandenberg. That is exactly what we just read. Okay. One thing that was pretty interesting when I started this game and I went and I looked in the settings and was getting things set up. There's actually two difficulty settings for the game. There's a combat difficulty setting, which I have set to the middle difficulty, not easy, not hard, just normal. But they actually have like an investigation difficulty, which I thought was kind of interesting. It was by default set to easy, but I bumped it up to a detective, which I guess it just doesn't necessarily indicate like which evidence you should be following at any given point in time. So we're actually going to have to, like, I don't know, think. How do I... Okay. What is the symbol telling me? Didn't I get... Casebook. Yep, the letter. Skills. Ooh, there's skills. Mind Palace. Inventory. Did I get... Okay, no, I don't seem to have like a camera. I'm trying to understand what that symbol is trying to tell me on the wall. Yeah. Flashlight. I can't seem to investigate
Never
it.
trust a tourist advertisement.
Monolith National Park is waiting for you. What else we got on the walls? Makumazan, Curse of the Were-Jaguar. And Grammar, the Noble Troglodyte. Neat. Hello, my good sir.
Now get out.
Well, that's just rude. Press space to... Hello? Is that button not space? Hello? It's not. It's not. There we go. That's properly set now.
At last, Mr.
Look at this dapper-looking fellow.
What a pleasure to finally meet you in
Seems
the
dubious.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg,
Oh,
at your
that guy.
service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr.
I need to turn up their voices.
I guess I didn't expect
Specifically.
you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont.
How
Alas, now
proud.
is not its finest hour.
Oops. I do hate. Nice suit. What's the deal with the city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why
That is weird.
that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it.
Hi,
I'm
Bo.
sure
How's
the
it going?
tides of fate would have brought you
Good to
here
see you
one
stopping
way
in
or
again.
another.
The
About
flood.
this flood.
It began 6 months ago.
I assume there will
Storm
be a sanity
raged
system
for
of some
several
sort.
weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding.
Kind of a
Now the
Cthulhu
seas
game would
cut
it be
off
without
from
one?
the land. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
They're so quiet.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem.
Boy, this guy's gotten a little roughed up already.
Such vividness of
Got the
dreams
freaking
is
scar
not
over his eye.
uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already.
Throgmorton.
He has dedicated a lot
Quite
of
the
time
name.
and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Speak up.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Okay.
Can you tell
What's he
me
like?
a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up. I just can't while in dialogue.
Scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you.
Feathered
There's
a
a
nest
room in
for
your
you.
name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Devil's Reef.
Don't judge
Just
a
the
book
place
by
I
its
want to
cover,
go.
Mr. Reed.
I'm not judging it by its cover. I'm judging it by its name.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you.
Devil's
There's
Latin,
one waiting
yeah.
outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel
A map?
and a few other key places.
Helpful. Jesus, there just keeps being more to talk about.
Like what?
You're a private
never
eye,
got to compliment
yes?
his suit.
Well, I've highlighted the police
was waiting.
station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Okay.
How do you
Yeah, what
fill
do you
your
do
days,
here?
Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia.
Oh,
Gathering
intelligentsia.
seeds of thought, like moths drawn to inflame.
Doesn't seem like it would be a profitable thing to do.
Market for philosophy these days.
There is no
Lightning lettuce.
pain, Mr. Reed.
Okay, that's a pretty funny
No
name.
better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Okay, bye, Mr. Suit.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man.
Ooh, mysterious. Okie doke. Options. Settings. Audio. Cranking up the master. Pulling down the sound effects. Voices go up. Okay. We'll see how that works for us. It's so nice to have a game where they actually, like, say the words. I don't have to read so many lines. What a delight. Barnacles. I do think I might need to pull down the camera sensitivity just a little bit, because I'm kind of like whipping around like a maniac here.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
Oh, that's
No one leaves
Throgmorton
the port
for sure.
until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
My
Huh.
name's Charles Reed. I'm a private
Interesting-looking
investigator.
fellow.
I just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say?
Uh-huh.
Well, perhaps we can help each other.
You have a very large upper lip, my good sir. Your features are unusual. Let's not jump to there.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Whoa, I'm a private investigator, my dude.
Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and
Strong?
smart, the
Like an
best
ape?
of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my
Those
words.
dirty Innsmouthers. Oh yeah, interestingly, something worth noting. So this game is based relatively closely on the Sinking City not book, short story by Lovecraft. And it actually has the note at the beginning when you launch the game where it's like, hey, by the way, this is based on that story, which was written at a time where there was a lot of racism and xenophobia, and that is going to be present in the game to an extent because we didn't want to, like, remove it and pretend that it's not a thing, but be aware that it's not good. We don't like that behavior, but it's in the story. I thought that was interesting to see at the beginning of a game because I'm used to seeing that more so at the beginning of, like, old movies on streaming services and such. So it's sort of interesting to see it at a game. Like, they based it so closely to the actual short story that they still felt the need to put that in there, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, it's nice to acknowledge it, but it's just it's very interesting to see that for a game. Who are the Innsmouthers?
Take it you're not the biggest fan of these
I don't actually have to read that. He does it
Those
for me.
fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, Those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community.
Against you specifically?
Crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Well, I can't say that that's not timely. Oh boy.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you
Also,
a few questions?
are the dialogue lines better
My son
volume?
Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing.
This guy kind of sucks.
But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I can try to
Mr.
find Albert.
Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do
The way he gestures
Oakmont is
kind of
not
makes it
exactly
look like
friendly to new arrivals.
he's
Well,
trying to
that's
have a
just
notepad
so
in his
I tend
hand,
to
but he
see things
doesn't.
that others miss.
You know, like a
Anyway,
notepad and a
what have
pencil
you
or
got
something,
to
but he
lose?
just
Sounds like you could use
just
everything
doesn't.
you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Vera.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider.
Dialect.
That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera.
Okay, there we
is
go.
Fine.
I was gonna
Say,
say, it's like, okay, but you haven't
we
answered the
have a
question.
deal.
I see. Thank you.
Man, I really look like I need a good night's rest. Those eyes. Those eyes look like he has been all over the lightning lettuce.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything.
Did you? Sorry,
After
I wasn't paying
leaving on the
attention.
expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. These
Okay.
fishermen supposedly brought him to their house,
Okay.
then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house?
We
where
are
this
going to
all
ask a
happened?
lot of
For
questions.
Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
A private eye, not a goddamn psychic. Private eyes find information by asking about it. Asking things. I don't live here. Jesus. Maybe he does have a mind palace. It's an imaginary. He's like, he kind of like fiddles with his hand. Like he's kind of squeezing his thumbs together. Like it's got interesting sort of nervous movements.
You
Where's the
mentioned
lifeboat?
a lifeboat.
I can't help but
Still
read
around?
it. Like I
Yes.
need to.
Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Okay. I'm
As
not
much
going to
as
mention
I'm
his
enjoying the
features.
weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
New Mind Palace clue. Very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the voices even more. I want to make sure we can hear them. Especially you all can really hear them. Okay, so this is, I guess, theirs. To face the house to the left is a beach. I think that's what they said, right? Under the keel bar and exit. That's literally just the words on the thing. Okay, well, thank you. What the hell are those? Those are some effed up, ocean critters that I can, in fact, kill with a shovel. Gross. They, when I first saw them, they kind of looked like a pangolin, but like that tail is vaguely pangolin shaped. They're like, I mean, yeah, there's a cool dead shark and stuff. I was more distracted by the goofy ass ocean pangolins. Also, I can't seem to do anything with that. Okay, here we go. Here we got a beach. Man, it's okay, so this is actually kind of weird. I'm getting this weird sense of like deja vu playing this game. Like I feel like I've played
There's
it,
your Oberon,
but
Titania.
I know I haven't. It was especially the case when we were talking to Throgmorton. Because I really felt like I've seen that character before. I have played another Call of Cthulhu game, and I wonder if it had, like, the same sort of Throgmorton character in it. Like they made him look essentially the same. Because it was like, it was very strange to see him and be like, have I been here before? Like, the game is freaking weirding me out already, which is a great start, I guess. All right. Albert Throgmorton's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's... illegible. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor something or other. I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing in my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Something something? The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Illegible. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father something. He's here. Well, that certainly seems important.
Something with this helmet.
Also, there's...
gives me chills.
Oh,
What's
we're
wrong with
freaking
it?
out. Cool. I got experience for apparently finding all the evidence.
Something with this helmet.
Neat.
Gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Oh, I think over there on the left, I think that did hit my sanity. I think the blue might be my sanity.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Okay.
You like it here, newcomer?
Oh, I'm
well,
just watching.
Get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Just let me walk out into the water. How far? Okay, I don't like... I don't like how far out in the water they're letting me go. That's freaking weird. I was really expecting an invisible wall at some point, and they really just didn't give a shit. They're like, that's fine. Oh. I've made a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh. We're okay. I can't climb up there. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I'm trying very hard. I shouldn't be here. We're gonna go back. Okay, we're fine. I was kind of expecting space to jump, but apparently it only vaults. So we're gonna keep that in mind. Anything in here? Nope. Anything over here? I'm not really fully clear on what the extent of things I can find at the moment. I'm like, are there chests? Are there herbs to pick up? A la Resident Evil? What are the bounds of things? What can I expect? What is this wild little locomotive Oh, is it a fire truck? So many hoses. Yeah, exactly. Am I looking for green healing herbs? How do I keep my ass alive? And what do you have to say for
I've
yourself?
said everything I know.
Oh. Well.
Don't do anything
Apparently
stupid,
that.
newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Okay. Can I come in here? Oh. I can. Apparently I don't have to, like, open doors. I just run into them with my face. So, that's good to know. Okay.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Does it? I mean, I guess it looks a little bit less soiled. Oh, I got a hold. Shell casings, gunpowder, and metal scrap. All right. There is stuff to find. I wonder if they're all going to be marked with this like little weird symbol. I wonder if that indicates like an openable item.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Like, how? How clearly? How can it be clearly when it's damp and damaged? Are we draining the blood out of this fish? Well, it doesn't look like it. Actually, do you... Oh! Hello, sir.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
This guy seems to be in distress.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Yoink. Metal scrap. Oh my god. I'm getting more deja vu vibes. Have I played... This might be the most meta game that I will have ever played on stream, as I slowly descend into madness trying to figure out if I've ever played this game before. I don't know what that means for me, but here we go.
Hello?
I'm going slowly insane, apparently.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find
I
his
didn't
son.
own it on Steam, so
Okay.
I couldn't have played it
What
on
do you want?
Steam.
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will.
Where would I
Will
have
Hammond.
played it?
I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after
No.
the flood. I worked
More
on the
direct,
railroad,
like I
but
feel
rail
like
ain't
I
kicking anymore,
know this
so
environment.
I started fishing. It was out of starve.
But like this game came out in like 2019 on other platforms, and 2021 I think in Steam. I definitely didn't play it since then. That's like not that long ago. Oh boy, we're gonna slip into insanity from this one. Oh god. I played one of the Metro 2030. I think I played and finished one, which was Metro Exodus. That one I played on stream and my face is stuck. And finished. But I didn't, I dabbled with some of the other ones, but never finished any of them.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside.
It wouldn't make me feel so crazy if it wasn't a freaking Cthulhu game.
He was unconscious.
Otherwise, I'd just be like, oh, whatever. But it's like, it's too meta. It's
Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room.
it's too on the nose.
Horrible sounds and oh Kay, my head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets.
Maybe I'll have to
sleeping
look up
giant, a voice that called me.
if it's made by the same people who made
sounds familiar.
the Call of Cthulhu game. Because maybe it's just very similar to that. And, like, that's why I can...
Who is this?
Like, I'm getting
Kay
connection
you're
vibes.
mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him.
Sucks to be you, Paul.
Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything, and I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
What happened to
How Paul
Paul?
died.
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave
Okay.
you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me?
Maybe.
Did I kill Paul? Or
It's not impossible.
did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Yeah, I saw that. It's actually kind of funny, because a lot of times I learn that sequels might be in the works when I'm setting up stream, because there's a place to select what game you're streaming when you're streaming in the category of gaming on YouTube. And so you select the game by typing it in and, like, starting to type out what it is. You're like The Sinking City, and then it gives you a auto-populated list of anything that matches that filter. And I saw The Sinking City and The Sinking City 2. So I was like, oh, well, apparently they're working on a sequel. Like, I learn about things more than I feel like I should that way. Can I not? I can't get in there. Okay.
Choo-choo.
Okay, so I can't get into that box despite it having that symbol. Are his hands red? His hands are kind of red, but I think that's just his skin tone. They don't look bloody at the very least. So I don't necessarily know what to think of that.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella.
Sorry, Paul.
He was beaten to a pulp.
Okay, so my sanity's taking hits when I look at that stuff, and then I get a little bit warbly for a little bit.
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Mind's Eye. Press Q to activate. T. Press for more information. Can I do anything with it? Can I open you? Can I press a button? Mind's Eye. What is this showing me? Okay, so it looks like this uses my sanity to use. I'm seeing that blue bar going down as I use it. So can I pick this up and... Aha! I can use Mind's Eye while looking at... What am I... Oh, hold. Oh. Okay. Good luck, Diener. Oops. What are these? Harpoons? Harpoons.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
I do like the ambiance of the game. This is certainly piquing my interest. I'm pleased with this as a game to have transitioned to. It's a style that I don't know if I've streamed at least in a really long time. So that's very exciting. So I didn't see a little message pop up stating that I had discovered all of the clues. Robert's request, hotel room key, find Robert Throgmorton. Side cases, main cases, Mind Palace. Throgmorton and Innsmouth are feud. One fisherman is missing. Albert woke up, but I've found only 2 of them. Throgmorton behaved strangely. He was mad, violent, and spoke gibberish. The fisherman suffered... Well, yeah. The character seems to be at least a little bit psychic. He's got something going on. See, are you one of the other fishermen?
I've said everything I know.
Are we looking for one of the other fishermen? Is that what we're... There's somebody else we're trying to find. Where would they be? So there's Albert and one other oh! What
It would
have we
take
here?
tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Retrocognition allows you to understand events that have happened in the past. Inspect enough evidence on the scene and a vision will appear. Emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. Mark the scenes in chronological order. Oh. What the heck? Yeah, he's
What?
He's a little
happening?
psychic. He seems to be a little psychic.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Okay, so we're supposed to mark these in order. I mean, clearly it seems like something happened here. They ran out here, shot somebody in the face,
Take this, ape face.
and then ran
Yeah,
out.
run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Mind Palace. Combine pairs of relevant clues to get evidence. Crucial information for the case. It's added to the casebook. Deductions. These explain nuances of the case. They are displayed in the Mind Palace. Some deductions can be interpreted differently. This can lead to different conclusions. Interesting. Discover all possible conclusions to fully understand the case, but it's up to you how to solve it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so what? Albert attacked the fisherman. Throgmorton and Innsmouth are feud. Sudden psychotic outbreak. So what? Deductions. Combine clues to make deductions. Interesting. Albert returned unstable. Behaved strangely after returning from the sea. He was mad, violent. So if I what? Combine... Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Oops. Lewis shot without warning. When Albert Throgmorton became aggressive, Lewis and Innsmouth, their fishermen, immediately started shooting at him. And no. Fishermen suffered a sudden psychotic outbreak after Albert Throgmorton regained consciousness. Returned unstable and psychic outbreak. Albert spread hysteria around him. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Lewis shot And the fisherman is missing? No. The feud? As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate him. One fisherman is missing. Albert fled when wounded. I can track down Albert. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. Just casually dropping that. Huh. Okay. Follow the omens. Mind's Eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Okay. What's up, bro? So you jump down here? Can I jump down here? I sure can. Where exactly are we? Oh, we're at the back. Oh, no. We're at the front. We came down here. We came over here. We continued going this way. We're having a good time. We're just walking along. A bullet casing. Okay, but what else? Right, yeah. It's a bullet casing, alright.
So the fisherman pursued
There we go.
Albert. Even let
Say
off a
something,
few
man.
Shots.
New Mind Palace clue. Lewis pursued Albert. Lewis may have wanted Albert dead. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton, rather than just drive him off. Ha. Continuing on. And print.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Uh-huh. Can I climb that much? Yes, I can. Oops, not the right button. Anything back here of interest? Anything I can pick up? Nope. Are you guys good? I don't know what the deal is with the omens. Dord. Warehouse. Metal scrap and booze. Fantastic. Pocket?
There's something in the pocket.
Who finds a detached pocket? It's nothing but a pocket. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter.
And the blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
What have we here? Open it up. Gunpowder and booze. That's a weird place for stairs to be. The door is locked. Alright, this building is giving me way less deja vu vibes. Just the other one. Padlocks. Padlocks and weak planks can be broken with a shot or a melee attack. Whatcha?
Door won't budge.
Oh, won't it? Is that what you have to say? Pretty sure I got it to budge quite. Not. Ah! Ah, what the heck? I don't like you. Yeah, that's not bringing back any memories. Okay, but how do I equip a gun? I have a gun, right? How use? Aim. Pin. Walk. Melee attack. Wait, right? How? Let me just save. I don't know exactly. I think there's autosave, but you know. Aim does not pull up the gun. I'm stuck swinging the shovel around. It was a very armsy. Oh, okay. Cool. It was a bit crab-like. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
What gave you that idea, man? He's also strung the hell up. You think that's just an accident? All right, Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. Bar owner is indebted to Lewis. Okay, let's keep looking for clues. Hey, look, more shark. Or whale. So what's this? Blackwood Marsh. Fish. Canning. Factory. That's it. Oops. You got anything to say there, Mind's Eye? Hey, look, it's another freaking one hanging out back here. It's very armsy. I don't like that. It's making me get a little crazy looking at it. Making me woozy. Oh, hey, that comes up here. Really does some visual distortions when that happens. Oh wait, there's nothing left up here. Okay, so I guess that's all the clues we've got to... Surely there's got to be something else. Right?
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Is there nothing else to come across? They really pushing the Mind Palace thing. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. Those don't combine. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Okay. Lewis may be at the bar. Off to the bar. Is this supposed to be during Prohibition time? I guess so. Despite they just having a bar. They did seem to imply that, like, supply was shaky. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought. So I thought they'd mentioned something about Prohibition. I'm just finding loose alcohol all over the place. Bar under the keel. Okay.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Okay, Billy that talks in the third person. Hey, a grill.
You look familiar.
Okay.
Old Billy hasn't seen you around.
That's fine, Billy. Live harmonica! And...
Come.
Psychic readings?
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear.
Good.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, it's so clear.
Many surprises.
Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Nonsense. Do
Really?
tell.
Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things.
Yeah, you gotta hand over the
For a
scratch.
small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here,
Booze.
newcomer. After the flood,
Booze,
Oakmonters
smokes,
deal
and
in
bullets.
practical. Booze,
The three
smokes,
fundamentals.
And bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you wish.
Bullets are money. Interesting.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
It's very impressive how clearly he can speak while just chugging beer.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Fair enough. Does he want him gone?
As it happens, I know you owe a debt
Oh, okay.
to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble.
A little bit of
Might even
threatening.
come here to hide.
Can't
But
hurt.
You hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all.
Whoa. Nobody said I was
Save
gonna
the
shoot
shooting for
anybody.
outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
Please tell me.
So you met a wild beast, newcomer.
Wild beast.
No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece.
I mean, it wasn't that
They
scary. I
arrived
just
in
hit it with a
flood.
shovel a couple times.
Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are
Arrived
Cain's
in the flood.
punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep
True.
your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than
True.
brave.
Well, you see, the problem about me
Newcomer.
not shooting someone, or really shooting someone, the main thing that keeps me from shooting someone right now, I can't figure out how to draw my gun, which really puts a damper on things. I do have a shovel, though. Yoink. I love stealing. I love taking things. I love being the protagonist that they don't stop from stealing things.
What the? Get the. Oh.
Eloquent. Nice construction of the walls. Seems very comfortable.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Whoa,
Charles
okay.
Lee,
Hello, sir.
investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
I did see that.
That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down.
I saw a follow-up to the
For now.
Shovelgater
But no, if you
video
reach
where
your
somebody
gun,
added
hit the floor
a
faster
really
than you
funny
can say
music. I
poetic
don't remember what
justice.
song they
I got
added
nothing
on
to
top
hide.
of it, but it was funny. There was some sort of sound stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of racism.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
So often I have the options to be
We were in
like,
our house, me,
why do you
Paul,
look
and
like
Will.
that?
Barry gone to the sea.
Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot
Killed
to
him.
kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was
God,
like
his
a
fish eyes are kind
bloody
of
mist descended over me.
freaking me out.
First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I can't help it.
What kind of...
Why do you look like that?
Why do you... Your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
So, on the subject of the racism, Lovecraft, his racism, and the way he tells stories and how it relates to his racism is always kind of interesting to me, viewed from the outside, right? Because it falls in line with what I think is sort of an interesting avenue to explore, but I don't know if it goes far enough, right? So what I mean by that is Lovecraft was racist, and he channeled those sort of fears and prejudices into writing about people that are even more outsider groups, right? Like, he had somewhat connections between this race of Innsmouthers could be some form of analogy for a real life people group, right? So it's we don't want to be you shouldn't be racist towards other humans because, well, they're just people, right? But I do think it's a relatively interesting point of exploration to be and I guess I want to say that it's not invalid to explore via literature and media the idea of okay, what if someone was different from you, right? What if there was some kind of other species that could communicate but had fundamentally different axioms to you? I don't know if these guys have fundamentally different axioms. They're kind of just other folk. But you know what I mean? If they function differently, if they actually actively are trying to live their lives in a fashion that does intersect negatively with people, what does that mean? What does that look like, right? I think that's an interesting avenue of thought. Of course, the problem comes when people read these and potentially do focus on those analogies of oh yeah, the fish people could be this racial group and the ape people could be this racial group, and then they see that as a permission structure to carry that fear from the story into reality, right? They're well, they were really evil in the story, so it makes sense that their real world analogous people group, well, they're probably the same kind of evil, right? Like, that's the step that is inappropriate. But, like, I don't, in a vacuum, see in story, like, racism to be objectively bad, so to speak, right? Only if it were to be, like, glorified, but, like, that there hasn't been evidence of that. It's just part of the world. So, I don't know. It's interesting. And it always comes to mind when talking about Lovecraft's stuff because of the way he took his real world fears of people and turned it into, as Kappa said, like, dialed it up to 11 and then just made them actual other. It's all interesting how people sort of do that. Anyway, why do your people hate the Throgmortons?
There's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Exactly,
Those
Kappa.
apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just
Like, I think it's fine to take it one direction, but then to pull it back as, like, well, their otherness can be applied is, like, not correct.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see
that sounds like the typical rich. What's a grand family?
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
No.
Okay.
I didn't bring water.
People here are crazy about
I am without
bloodlines,
beverage.
tradition, reputation.
I've made a terrible error.
The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld.
Mistakes have been made.
Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers.
Oh no! Anyway,
let me guess. The Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say.
Correct. Yes, that is a mistake made by society currently.
I think I've got all I need.
Please,
the reality is that
don't tell Throgmorton
the threshold is not met. But
I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
Interesting. A choice.
This is not exactly cut and dry.
No, it is not.
I need some time to think.
Perhaps
yes, I do.
I can offer something to grease your grinds.
Grease your grinds?
I still have a few bullets on me.
What do you mean? Like, I feel like no.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
I'm gonna decide what I decide. I don't hold on. I
don't try my patience further.
I don't know if I'm gonna freaking get you killed, man. Just chill out. Hold your damn horses. Lewis was aware of his actions. Lewis was aware of what he was doing, or Lewis was mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his actions. I'm gonna say he was mentally affected. And I could change that decision. This draws this conclusion. Lewis was under mental influence. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. Can control his actions, and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Robert Throgmorton will have his head. And what I can... Alternatively, if I were to say that he was aware of his actions, was deliberately murdered Albert. Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive, too. The mutual hatred between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. I must tell Robert Throgmorton the truth and bring the murderer to justice. Interesting. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of inclined to cover for him just because Throgmorton's kind of a rich asshole, and we're of Camp Eat the Rich around here, so,
Please,
you know.
I told you the truth, I swear.
So, you know. Maybe we give him a break. Alright, so I guess we just go tell Throgmorton what has occurred. Or some version of what has occurred. What is this frickin' mutant cat shit? What is this? It's like a horror crab wearing a cat as a hat. Can we eat? I don't know. That doesn't seem like you're gonna come out of that mutated. That doesn't seem like a good choice. Damn, the wildlife here is just awful. I've seen some strange creatures around.
I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed.
They're very casual
I'm
about these
somewhat
wild
surprised
beasts.
to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your
That's what the
weapons
shovel's
handy.
for. Okay, hold on. Let me save. I don't know what's gonna happen when I found the
Mr.
murderer.
Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
'Cause I don't actually want to tell him about him.
I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse.
Tactical shovel.
I'm sorry, but
Actually, a tactical shovel. It's like a thing.
shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it.
I mean, I can take you there.
No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I see. So here's where I can lie, indicating he's dead. Tell me he's at the bar. Let's go with the
I tracked
dad.
the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Goodbye.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests.
Hey.
Still, justice
May-
has been served.
Maybe it'll get him to start
This isn't
exterminating the
over.
horrible
At least
creatures.
I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes.
Also, did we show him the will? Like, Albert left a will.
Newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime.
Banana.
But I digress. Remind me,
He'll be fine.
what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm investigating cases of insanity.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood.
Well, it's
I
spread
funded an
further than
expedition to
Oakmont.
Explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Geological What the heck?
A geological expedition. I'm not sure I follow.
Why?
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below.
Why?
So I sent men to find out.
Okay. The flood is
You
unnatural.
mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Any
Has your
discoveries?
expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert is...
Ah,
Albert was...
I have his
part
will.
of it. His
That's
passing
notable.
cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
The link
Do these
between
cases of
visions and
hysteria
hysteria.
involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Professor
Waterlogged
Doe.
ruins with unnatural architecture.
Famous for his
Sleeping
pizza.
giants, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition.
My mistake.
Desperately
She's famous for
wanted
her
to find
pizza.
the cause.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe?
Maybe.
I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's
There's not
going
exactly
on.
a lot to go on with
I expect you're as
a name like
interested in the
Doe.
expedition's results as
What's
I
the
am.
last name? Let's talk payment. Tell me about the
If
expedition.
I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's
Oh.
all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know,
Blueberry,
the better.
I am
cream
a
cheese
busy
icing,
man.
cinnamon buns.
I funded the research.
Damn, that
but left
sounds
all
good.
preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will
Tuck
be
payment,
reimbursed
baby.
after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood.
Sure,
Oakmont
why
returned
not?
to
Bullets is
bartering.
currency. Seems
Bullets
reasonable.
mean more than bills.
Man, that means that I'm just gonna have to freaking shoot money at things if I need to shoot. How do I use a gun? How? I just don't understand.
I've said everything I know.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go. Right. Key to the headquarters. Funding the expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Only known survivor, subsequently murdered. It's hard to find any Throgmorton will be waiting my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. Map. Here we go. Damn, it's big. Okay. Damn. Huh. So we've got the, what looks to be the hospital. How can I... Is anything marked on the map for me that would indicate... Hey, Whitney, how's it going? Oh, I have a knowledge point of some kind. Okay, how do I... Key to the headquarters. Gave me a key to the expedition. It is in northern Coverside at the crossroad of Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. Do I actually have to use the map? Is tab the weapon wheel? Good question. Maybe. Hold on, let me first make sure. North Coverside, Asher and Hubert. North Coverside, Asher and Hubert here. Wow, they're gonna make me use the damn map like it is tab. I apparently have a brick. Oh, and that's the camera. Oh, can I get back into the boat? There's a thing I wanted to take a damn picture of, but I couldn't figure it. Thank you, Diener. That was a good suggestion. I didn't feel like I remembered. Oh no, items is there at tab. I didn't read it. I skipped right over it. I want to take a picture of the thingy. It had an icon. Why is the icon gone? Damn it. Well, whatever. Now we're in business. Okay, so that's still melee, even if I have an actual item out. Now I can take pictures of stuff. Now I can be an influencer on the internet. The 1920s internet or whatever. I'm certainly having fun with it so far. It's one of those games that I picked up super cheap because somebody, I think somebody mentioned it. It might have been Scobalts, might have been Phantom. I don't remember who mentioned it, but I went and grabbed it because it was super cheap on sale. And it wasn't until like later on when I was getting set up that I went back and I looked at the store Steam page and I saw that it was like mostly positive. And it's like on the subject of like reviews and people saying stuff's pretty good, like it's one of those things that I really need to let ratings like that influence me less, because I really have... Are we good? I don't think we're good. I have a very strong tendency to like sort of try to optimize the choices I'm making in games. Be like, well, I mean, it might not be good. And it's like, it's such a shitty way to view games. To like only ever get the things that are like, everybody thinks are great. Because like that, I'm sure I'm going to miss out on a lot of good games that way. Which is another one of the many reasons that like I like streaming. Also, I don't know what the hell just happened. Lost at sea. Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition. Yeah, yes. Where am I? We do keep seeing terrible crap. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've been trying to take suggestions more from chat and like all of you as far as like games that you think might be good ideas, and just sort of like rolling with it and not worrying as much about reviews. Cause like, one, I mean, it's just, it seems worthwhile to play things that people are suggesting, right, on stream. Like, that's just fun. That's a thing we can all do as a community, like suggest games, play games, see the games together. It's a good time. But like, one of the benefits of streaming is I feel like, again, that there's actual value, even if the game does have problems or is like just not ideal, or even if it's just totally shitty. Like, that's, in the most cynical fashion, it's content, right? Like, I think there's entertainment to be had going together through like even a miserable experience of a game where we can all be like, what is this nonsense? Whereas under normal circumstances, if I were just playing alone, like, I'm just going to have a shitty time with a terrible game, right? I'm just going to like play it a little bit, find that it's terrible, and just like move on with my life and never worry about it. But so I appreciate having like stream with other people as an opportunity to just like worry less about sort of like optimizing my entertainment out of games, because there's sort of alternate avenues for entertainment to come through games, even if they're not that great or not ideal. Like, just by experiencing together, we can just like, I don't have to worry about it as much. So I like that about streaming. And so yes, so far this has been pretty good, and it's really intriguing, and I like that it's a very different style from stuff that we've been playing recently, possibly just like entirely. Anyway, my diary, part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of a boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and other denizens. No, and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. I see. Thus explains
Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
The strange powers he has. So he straight up is psychic.
Never again, they say.
But we have an explanation for his strange powers. Laudanum.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Wardrobe. Oh, we rollin' stylish, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Laudanum is always like the old-timey health thing. Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanly, and I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run. Save your life and leave this Drock city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words. Lewis Flynn. Interesting. Oh. Note from Jay Vanderberg. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please, take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. That was pretty much the attitude, Kappa. It's almost surprising to me, especially with reading the Lovecraft stuff, as well as the Fall of the House of Usher from Edgar Allan Poe and other Edgar Allan Poe stuff that I finished and I put up. I haven't uploaded, but I put it into YouTube for upload soon because I finished editing it. It's like writing of that time, they just talk about opium all the time. Like, just like, yep. He references like specifically the haze of like coming out of, or the feeling of coming out of the opium haze or whatever, and it's like everybody's just doing opium. Like that's just a thing they do. Everybody's kicking it opium style.
Makes this place feel more like home.
I literally have a name
Miss Boston
plate.
Already.
Yeah, problems? Take some drugs. Headache? Drugs. But like, not the normal drugs. The nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these. Nightmares a little longer and I'll figure them out. Interesting. Keep it down. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Your landlord.
The door won't budge.
This is like a weird like apartment building. I guess it's probably fine. They likely don't have too many people coming in and out. You know, you would think that might be the case, Whitney. Yeah, I guess a boarding house. What have we here? Too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea. Some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only this city wasn't so impossible to navigate. There's somebody else here, like, investigating? It can't all be my room, right? I think it's funny that I can't... There's no button to open doors. So I just have to bounce my face into doors to see if they open. The old drag your face along the walls to see what happens trick. I'm full of so much sorrow that I do not have water on hand. What will I do? I am parched. I am drying out.
Finally,
whoa,
you're awake.
Hey.
Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What?
Dark corners
noise
of
are you
Earth,
talking
of
about?
the Earth.
I
I don't think I've
expect
seen
my
that.
guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind
Phantom.
of thing. It stops.
My mistake, of
alright?
course. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm looking so much more dapper
Next
now.
time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
A little
You
bit.
can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out.
I
Only
can-
thing they're good for is lighting the
imagine.
kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it.
I want to see.
I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine.
I'm literally here to
Take what you
investigate
wish.
shit. Let me see your crazy ass notes. Whoa! Just threw that shit at me. Pack of notes. Oh, we got side shit now. No one live under the lighthouse? I have not heard of that either. 2005 for the Dark Corners of the Earth. Interesting. What is that hanging from the... It's fine. It's just a crab. It's just a crab. No worries. All right, let's read some notes. Forlorn woman. This city, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor, near the crossing of Fitz-O'Callahan Street and Old Church Road it came. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman, locked in a room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. It itched badly in my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road, crying until some Innsmouther kicked me and ordered me away. Damn it. They really making me do all the work. Okay, eastern part of Salvation Harbor, Fitz-O'Callahan and Old Church. Salvation Harbor, East Side, Old Church in O'Callahan, was it? Old Church, O'Callahan. O'Callahan? Am I crazy? Oh, there it is. Oop. I think that's what it said. Can I remove? Edit? Delort. Oops. Meep. What's another Eldritch horror game on Steam, huh? Interesting. I'll have to look that up as well. Eldritch horror. It's gonna have to start being a theme for games to tie more into the story times we do. Lone child. The visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old, forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today, I went to the eastern streets of Coverside, and the visions came on the corner of St. Elmo Lane and Kingsport Street. I felt I was alone, forgotten in a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor, and there were terrifying screams from outside. I could not run, could not hide. I just waited for Mom to return. Okay, Coverside, eastern side of Coverside, St. Elmo Lane, and Kingsport Street. Side, St. Elmo in Kingsport. Kingsport? St. Elmo. Whoops. Mirrors, mirrors. I'm afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Western Advent and had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections and someone trapped trying in vain to escape. His expression of fear and panic shook me deeply. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but have never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come asking for protection. Seems it is time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Western Advent, Purity and Oak. Western Advent, Purity and Oak. Purity and Oak. Or discussing exaltation. No matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today it was man. Today it was man? A man? Just man? The concept of man? Today it was man. It's not even capital M. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside Streets. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt the burning exaltation, a wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing, kissing. Weird. The vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. He walked past, saying something like, "Cursed newcomers," and I prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures around this man. Weird. Southern Old Grove, Warwick. Between Seaside and Hillside. Southern Old Grove on Warwick. Old Grove on Warwick? Warwick? Between Hillside and the other one that they mentioned? Seaside and Hillside? Huh? Oh, wait. They actually do say it here. Southern Old Grove, Warwick Street, between Seaside and Hillside. Between Seaside... Okay. I can't help but notice that Warwick Street does not have a... Oh, wait. There's Seaside. What is with this damn street? Okay. Call of the Ocean. Tonight, the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remembered a huge apple tree and thought it may be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner... The hotel owner... I don't even know what accent that would be. That was just a... Anyway, hotel owner would see my seizures. The visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking East Brown Street in Central Shells. I felt like I was drowning. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the mare and sink into its depths. Okay, Central Shells, East Brown Street, to the east of the corner with St. Michael's Road. Boop. Why do I have to put these on the map? Why can't you put these on the map for me? Crying out loud. Static in ears. I was walking the Lumbert Street in Eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. It's not just a vision, but a noise. Hissing radio static, growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. The images came after I passed Bullock Street towards Helog Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. When it happened, the vision was gone. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any asts and buns. Not this time. Eastern Reed Heights. I'm sure we'll see plenty of other wild ass shit. Eastern Reed Heights, Lumbert Street. There's Lumbert Street. Helog and Bullock. Here we go. Here. Asts and buns. So that was from Final Fantasy VIII, specifically with the mods that I had added. It had replaced the 1 and 2 out of 1st and 2nd with an image of the A button and the B button. So it read it Ast and Bund. And yes, there is a short of it. Asts and Buns. Voices from the pipes. I'm afraid of the bathroom and kitchen sink. Aren't we all? Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? Okay. Well, that's a different kind of fear. I don't typically fear that the sink will talk to me. This began after a vision in Western Reed Heights, near the crossing of Aben, Ward, and Baker Streets. I saw a man naked and covered in blood in a room without doors or windows, surrounded by the dark holes of the pipes. He was cutting himself piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? Could he even escape? And had they noticed me? Now that's an eerie one right there. Reed Heights, near the crossing of Baker, Ward, and Avon. Oh, doggo coughing up again. Avon. Baker and Ward. There it is. Correct. Sinks are only scary if it has a garbage disposal. On the subject of garbage disposals in Sync specifically. So it was not me, but Pirate Software, I remember seeing a short or a video of him talking. Pirate Software is a great streamer. I mostly just watch stuff, clips and stuff of his from YouTube and whatnot, but he's great. He was talking about how he was doing an escape room, I guess, with people, and there was like a horror escape room. I think yeah, and one of the things you had to do in this horror escape room was you find out that there is a key in the garbage disposal of a a sink. But so you have to reach in there, but like the garbage disposal of a sink. Obviously there is not a garbage disposal in there. I don't remember by what mechanism they were doing this though, but like you reach in and you can like try to grab it or whatever, but you can't actually get the item in there that you need until somebody actually flips the switch for the garbage disposal. Like they and I think they said that they like it makes the noise or whatever. Like I think he was saying that it fakes being a garbage disposal, but you have to like reach in, get your hand on something or whatever, and then they like somebody or you, I don't know if you could reach it or somebody else has to like flick the switch for the garbage disposal. And it's like, oh, that is so incredibly upsetting. Like that is just a really, really good horror trick, because God, that is one of those like bizarrely like deep-seated fears in like anybody that has a garbage disposal or has seen a garbage disposal or like grew up with a garbage disposal. They're like, you're just like, you're trained to be like, that is the murder hole. Like we don't go in the murder hole. Like nobody does that. You don't do that. Yeah, like the keep your hand out of the Android girl meme. Exactly. Yeah, Kappa, stuff like that. It's just like, I was really impressed with that as an incredibly good horror element to an escape room. Oh, yes, that's fair. Maybe it's just a US thing, but like, man, that garbage disposal is murder hole. So like, requiring you to like, whoo boy, that is upsetting. Yeah, but apparently it had a claustrophobia bit as well. He mentioned that like you had to like slide under a thing to like grab something or whatever, and all kinds of cool stuff. Anyway, from behind. I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent, and near Oak Street I was hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed, and the visions came. I saw one man writing a letter and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow I was both the spectator and the sitting man, but no matter how I cried out warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head, and it took me several hours to get back to the hotel after. Western Advent, corner of Murdoch and Oak. Western Advent, corner of Murdoch and Oak. There's Oak. 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 Oak and Murdoch. Yeah, not so much the murder holes. I would have a much better time with the enclosed space. The thing is I have a very, very strong sense of, I guess, like, separating the fiction from reality. So I don't really know how I would do specifically, like, outside of, like, thinking about it, of what I would do there, but like if I were there, I think that I wouldn't have too many troubles, because like I just get strong understanding and knowledge and separation of like fiction and reality. So like in a game environment, like I know it's a game. Like I am very easily able to separate my, like, normal concerns for, like, sticking my hand in a garbage disposal with the idea of, like, obviously, I paid money to be in this, like, event. I know that nothing is going to happen. And, like, I'm very capable of, like, rationalizing concerns away. Like, I don't have very many irrational fears, like actual phobias that are like irrational. I can sort of turn them off if I can sufficiently convince myself that it's like, no, obviously that's not a problem right now because, like, this is an event. Hey, Beethoven, welcome. Now, like, the same with claustrophobia. Like, in an event, in a space like that, I know there's ways to get out and it would be fine. However, what does still make me pretty uncomfortable is watching, like, caving videos where they're trying to, like, explore caves and, like, going through those insanely narrow gaps. I'm like, now that there are no guarantees, and that I do not want to be part of. Like, that is uncomfortable. That, no thank you. Terrible Fetus. What a title for a side thing. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. I passed Avon Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but saw it. The thing was running so fast I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window, and the vision struck me immediately. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will, and then I saw the thing stalking him, a fetus on thin, pointy legs with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking. I can't forget it. This is just describing a normal child. I'd like to point that out. Evil in their face, fetus on pointy legs, face full of evil and hatred, shrieking. This is a baby. They are all that way. It is a baby. Yeah, just a basic child. Yeah, it's just a fast-moving regular baby. God, those bouncing baby dickheads. Diener, those little bastards. Bouncing baby bastards. That would have been better. I was looking for that last B and I couldn't track one down. Western Reed Heights. Washington Street. Avon, between Washington, between Avon and Oak, somewhere in here. Innsmouthers notes. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. This... Okay, no, this is still... I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay, walking down Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name. Obed. I know that trick, Beethoven. I know that trick. I've been around the internet long enough. Where is my... Oh, place on map. There we go. Northern Grimhaven Bay. The corner of Hubert Avenue and Whisper. Whisper and Hubert Avenue. Where's Hubert Avenue? Is this Hubert? This is Hubert. There we go. Oh, doggo. Bork. Lullaby Crossroad. Today, I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my visions somehow, because I felt the same nausea and headache as before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. I felt dizzy, and my mouth was full of a bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes giving me a drink and whispering something. Immediately after that, I fell asleep and spent nearly half the day lying in the dirt like a hobo. It's a miracle no one stole anything from me. Well, that's not so bad. Western Coverside, corner of Tanner Street and Old Church Road. Coverside, Tanner and Old. Tanner? Oop, there it is. Tanner and Old. That. I kind of like that. I think it's a funny joke. I like shitty jokes. They amuse me. Pack of notes. The hotel owner allowed you to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oakmont. He suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened. Was he trying to avoid them? This is all one dude? Damn, what a... what an unfortunate circumstance for that guy. I assumed that was a collection of different people's visions. Bro could not leave the house without just massive problems. Crab. A note to Walter. Walter, Kay help you if I hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. You've been warned. Vic. Yeah, like, I mean, at that point, you just give up. Stay home, man. Take up riding or something. It's not worth it. Oh, fast travel point. Nice. Okay, where the hell are we? So we're here. I was trying to get up here. What is this symbol? Boat. Let me go check. Presumably there's some sort of sanity meter, I believe. There's a little, hold on, there's a little blue bar on the left there that goes down slowly when I'm doing magical shit, but goes down much more when monsters cause me problems. Ah, okay. Well, this town is weird. They weren't kidding with the freaking flood, were they? New location, infested area. Huh. We're learning all kinds of things. Welcome, priestess. Welcome, welcome. How was Metal Club? Okay, so presumably then every point on the map that's like blue like this is water, which is kind of weird and is going to make getting around much more complicated. Don't worry, the sense of deja vu that I was having with this game is now gone. I definitely have not done this, so my sanity is intact. Oh, you're getting a great turnout. That's awesome. That's great. What are you standing in? Oh, sorry, standing on. Whoop. 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 Well, I don't have an explanation for this. It's a fun trick, though.
Look for your sins and repent. Kay Almighty will punish the wretched by sending terrors unnamed creeping from the abyss below. Atone for your deeds before it's too late.
I don't know why it does this.
Look for your sins and repent.
Well, have a good time with that, my man. Retention's good too? That's awesome. Got any big plans for this year? And your metal club?
Look for your sins and repent.
Is it opium? Might be opium. Hello. Nice bus. I've broken into a house. I've stolen some rifle cartridges. I should probably move with... Oh. Straight up U.S. mail. That's like the normal U.S. mail logo. What year did they start doing this? Oh, paintballing. Paintballing's fun. I did paintballing, really only like once, but it was fun. Let's see, what do we have nearby to us? Oh, if I go the other way, we've got a... Oh, this is considered the infested area. That's... Okay, let's go to the main marker that I'd set up here.
You look tense, honey. You need to let
Yeah, that is not correct for 1970. I looked at that, I was like, this is modern. This is really modern looking. It does seem quite out of place. That's kind of funny. That's funny. Old cars, new post boxes. Well, turns out adding a marker, in fact, puts all of those spots on my compass, so I can just see everything. Should be a post rider. So they definitely had the post office, but they did not have that particular logo. Also, Diener played in a junior national paintball tournament. That's cool. How did you do? Did you win? Although I assume you didn't win, or else you would have said that you won a national paintball tournament. Unless you're just being humble. Maybe you did win. Mercury. It was Mercury in late 1700s. That's interesting. You got blasted. Well, you know, at least you were there. It do be that way sometimes.
Guess I don't need the key.
Boot. Dangers of diving. Divers with the bins can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of surfacing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. I bet that has a technical name. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time. Yeah, I mean, if you've made it to national, you've already accomplished something.
Smashed it beyond repair.
Well, that just seems rude. What the hell is this thing? Well, when I was in high school, the only sport that I did in high school was I did wrestling for a year, and I did not win a single match because I had literally never done it before I started. So that was a thing. But I can say that I did it, so I guess there's that.
Can't say I ever saw another show like it.
What's that? Yes, I did get... Here's the thing. I did not do very well at wrestling, but it really, really did teach me how to, like, shift people's weight around. So fighting or scrapping with people that did not do wrestling, I improved dramatically. So there is that. Fisherman reports, L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. Bought a sample of a weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harvey. He claims he found it among numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. The fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mention a rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colors. The witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 or 3 days after the incident. L.P. Stern got severe burns after chiseling off a part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for analysis. Okay, so if we're talking fights, I have never been in a actual confrontational fight where it was like harm was intended, right? So I was never in a fight that was like, I hate you, you hate me, now I'm going to start swinging. Never in a fight like that. However, that being said, when I was in college, specifically the first college I went to, our dorm had a tradition of blowing off steam and just like going out side of the dorm, getting all in a big circle and just having not fist fights. It was either wrestling or you could do punching, but nobody got to hit anybody in the face. So it was just body blows. And so I did some of those, but then I also just had a friend who so I actually ended up with a reputation in college for being extremely scrappy because I had a friend who was very strong and nobody would fight in those things because he was very effective at it, but I was willing, and so we would actually we kind of had a standing rule that like in the dorm we could just get into like wrestling fights and we would just do that. So I actually fought a lot in that capacity. There's only one time that I thought I might have killed him. Because he was on somebody else, just, in good nature, not actually trying to harm anybody. And I got him around the neck, and I, from a sitting position, essentially just took him backwards, and just straightened out, essentially, arm on neck and just straightened out, forcing him off of the other person, but, dragging him by the neck. And that was a remarkable noise that he made. I had to check and make sure he was all right because that was something else to hear somebody that you were actively choking. So that was an adventure. So a good number of fights, but never a malicious fight as far as number of fights that I have been in. Which I guess is kind of a strange answer to that question. But I guess for a lot of people, a non-zero answer to how many fights have you been in. Yeah, play fighting, but maybe more serious than some people would imply play fighting means, right? College level play fighting, not child level play fighting, because you hear play fighting and you're like, oh, you got a little slapping and what? No, we were for serious about that. Anyway, the Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Now, Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. Yeah, horseplay. Extra serious horseplay. There is also, there was one bit of roughhousing shenanigans that I was actually really kind of proud of, because it was honestly, I guess looking back and thinking about it, it was some some freaking, I don't know, after school special stupid bullshit drama nonsense. Because my roommate at the time was, like, kind of in a funk. And, like, my roommate was much stronger than me. Like, he was bigger and much stronger. But, like, he was kind of in a funk. And he'd been in a funk for, like, I don't know, a few days. And I saw him outside of the dorm at one point. Just, like, in the middle of the afternoon. And I was like, so what we... I was like, hey. It was like... Well, it was when you challenged to fights, you'd call it it was called a bring it. You'd be like, bring it. And he's like, he just like tossed his bag down. And so we just like went freaking into a fight just in the middle of the afternoon in the grass outside of our dorm. And afterwards, he was like, man, I really freaking needed that. I was like, I kind of knew, I don't know. He was kind of a meathead. So like, a fight would not help me feel better after being in a funk for a few days. But he was a meathead. And it really, really did, which was kind of funny. But, like, man's needed it. And, like, nobody else is the type of person that's gonna, like, help. So I was like, come on, let's get this shit off your back. My most badass moment? Have I done anything particularly badass? Kappa, do you got anything stored in your memory? I can't. I've probably done things, but I don't dwell on them necessarily. Slapped a bear. That's impressive. That is indeed quite impressive. I've never had an encounter with a bear. I mean, broadly, like, I commuted to work for a couple years on a motorcycle. It's kind of mundane, but some people think it's cool. It's also oh, you've performed CPR and revived an incapacitated car. Okay, that's impressive. Now that's truly badass. I've never saved anybody. Never done anything like that. I did almost, well, yeah, I did almost get hit by a car, and I did get a tremendous bruise out of that. It's not particularly badass, because it's not like I flipped the car afterwards. I just didn't die. I mean, I was belay certified a few times for rock climbing. That's kind of cool. It's not really badass, but I would rope people and belay for rock climbing. I was good at rock climbing. That's kind of badass. I have slid the motorcycle, yes. I went skating across an icy patch in the road on the motorcycle. That one felt pretty badass after the fact. So I hit that icy patch and I just had to keep perfectly straight and upright so as not to, like, eat it. Went straight across. And then I was fine. Nothing out of the Mind Palace. Yeah, there's been some, like, I've had to handle Doggo occasionally, and Doggo is a, you know, an 80-pound boxer pit bull mix thing. And I've had to wrangle him. Yeah, I've had to wrangle him from some shitty, bad-mouthy dogs that wanted to start trouble with Doggo. Which I I generally do not do it correctly, because you're supposed to go for the back legs, but I guess I just trust my dog sort of much better, and so I would usually get hold of him by the neck. Damn, Beethoven. Let's see, I didn't do four-wheeling, I didn't do... What are you guys... Okay, we got some of these guys. What are you guys pointing at? Oh. 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 A secret wall. $100-foot unsturdy clay outcropping, man. That's a good one. Whoa. Okay. It's not loaded. The gun is not Hey. Hey. Where you going, you little shitter? You shot me. You made me shoot money. Wow, I do not have very much ammunition. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I feel that much of my life has been relatively mundane, all things considered. Looney Tune character. Hey, there's worse things to be.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Largely because I'm pretty risk averse, all things considered. I keep it pretty chill. Despite the motorcycle. Yes, I mean, the motorcycle was simply an economic decision. It was cheaper and more efficient to get a motorcycle than to get a second car, so got my ass a motorcycle. I gear up for it. I'm careful. What's going on? I feel like I should be able to investigate something about these. There's a bunch of stuff down here, and I can't look at any of it. What is going on? I shoosted this guy. Can I do anything about it? Nope. Nope. Mine Palace? Nothing in the Mine Palace. Yep, pants, jacket, helmet, gloves, shoes. I have an additional, like, chest protector. All that good stuff. I do not wish to get freaking flattened. Partially burned cargo manifest. The following must be delivered. Grimhaven Bay, no later than Friday. Mark 5 diving suits, air tanks and pumps, canned foods, personal belongings, research equipment, air pipes, phone station, a wire, power generator responsible for... Oh, that is true. My car has done something badass in that it was in a drive-by shooting. Got its freaking ass shot. I was not in the car. It was just parked. I still have that bullet. I found the bullet after it had ricocheted around the trunk, and we were trading the car in to get a new used car. And And when we were cleaning out the car to trade it in, like, we found the bullet at the dealership. Like, we were trading it in, and we were, like, getting everything out of the trunk. And I pulled that out. I was like, the bullet. Like, there's the bullet hole. Here is the bullet. I still have the bullet.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Okay, so it kicked in the door. What next? Anything over here?
Drop the papers. Smash the rest.
Whoa, what a voice. Yeah, uh-huh.
Dagon.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Well, I have done some other badass stuff, but I actually can't talk about that. So I guess I'll just drop that little nugget. I forgot. This?
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Drop the papers. Smash the rest.
Stuff related to what I have to do for my job. No, like, I can't put it in Discord. Like, I am literally not at liberty to speak of it.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
It's not a very good flex because I could also just lie about that.
What they didn't
But
smash,
like,
they burned the archives.
Yeah, like I can't. I have worked at a variety of software-related projects. Yeah, I think you know what I'm likely alluding to. The time I had to travel for a month for work back in the day. That one, Kappa. Man, traveling for a month for work was quite bizarre. An entire freaking rental house that I had for a month, just like, well, I live here now.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Yeah. Yeah, we did just, like, uproot our lives. It's just like, we'll just go to Chicago. Whee! Well, I mean, and I kind of dragged you up to Chicago. When I moved up to Chicago, I guess this is sort of a badass thing, but it's like in a different way. It's not bear slapping, but it is like a pretty bizarro life. Cause like when I was moving up to Chicago, I had all of the stuff to move. Like I was set up with. Hello. I was set up for school up there. Like, I was all ready to go there. I just didn't have a place to live, nor did I know anybody in Chicago at the time. And so one of my professors at my first university, he used to live in Chicago, and he was, like, on board with, he just drove my ass up to Chicago to, like, drive around the neighborhood around the college up there to try to find a place to live. And so, like, we literally were just driving down the streets. I had one day, essentially, to do this. We were just driving the streets, and, like, I would see phone numbers on apartment doors being like, for rent, call this number. And I would just be in the car and I would be calling them and it would be like, hello, I see you have a house for rent. They're like, yep. I was like, can you tell me more? Like, we were just driving around. I was just calling up numbers. Like, can you tell me about the price? Can you tell me this? Can you tell me that? I just like, and within that day, I had a place to like scheduled to go finalize and sign the paperwork to rent the stupid place for the year. Damn, Diener, that's pretty rad. And also, good night, Whitney. Good luck with your long day of work. Burned newspapers. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. Oakmont Chronicle. Burned newspapers, village headquarters, partially burned manifest. Delete. Place mark. So what do we got? Danger. Find the needed newspaper advertisement. Innsmouthers destroyed the expedition office and archives. List of expedition cargo delivered somewhere in Grimhaven Bay. Huh. Oh, maybe I can... Do I have enough to talk to Robert Throgmorton? Can I go report this? Find the neatest newspaper article. Is there like a newspaper... a building? Establishment? The news? Can I find the news? Oh, wait, hold on. If I just highlight, it tells me things. Ah, the police. The Chronicle. That's what we want. Oh, what? What? What happened to all my damn oh no, they're back. Never mind. I don't know why they weren't there for a second. Whatever. Okay. To the Chronicle. Oh, I see, because I could highlight the different cases. Weird outfit. Okay, police station. Yeah, I'll just mark that. There we go. Very foggy out here. Hey, see you later, Beethoven. Thanks for coming by. Hanging out. Oh, the phone places are the fast travel spots. I see. I see. Nice backpack with a weird baby doll in it. That's pretty weird. Whoop. Garbage can. I don't think I got anything out of that damn garbage can. I've been robbed. What's this say? Pelagie Breweries. Viridian Ale. Keep yourselves afloat. Oakmont Chronicle. Here we go. The Chronicle. Can I get in there? Sure can.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I literally just got here.
Confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Yeah. Yeah, I only got in recently.
I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator.
Private Eye.
And I also need your old newspapers. The archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case.
Yep,
Nice
that was
work.
me.
I'm Helen Bland. Say,
Bland.
Can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview.
so bland.
You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Got some time for
Do you
your
still
interview,
want
I
that
guess.
Interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our readers something more about yourself.
I'm great. I'm an investigator
I'm
from
a
Boston.
private eye in Boston. The situation in the port was a good use of my skills.
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here?
What the hell are you doing here? Tracking down missing.
I've been investigating disappearances all around Massachusetts.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The missing people all seem to have ended up here for some reason.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well,
Yeah.
they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly.
That does appear to be an
That's
issue.
enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure.
You're welcome.
Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I got achievement.
See you later.
Extra. Okay, but also she mentioned that the old newspapers are by the door. I do want that. Archives. You'll often need to look for useful information within various city archives. Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds general data about citizens and organizations, while info about specific categories of people, like criminals or patients, can be found in police or hospital records. The casebook evidence may have a hint icon indicating you need to do some archive research. In the archive interface, select the piece of evidence you wish to investigate, then choose 3 criteria to search for relevant information. Search conducted with the correct evidence and criteria will result in new information being added to the casebook. Is the archive? It is. Pack of notes? No. What we want is... Wait, is that... But that's not what I want to... Oh, is it because that's the casebook that I have active? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Burned newspaper. Period. Oh, I see. Expedition Archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. People, district, Grimhaven Bay. Section. There might be recent posting or ads. Advertisements. They left the city. Maybe this after the flood? Let's try that. Search. Ship freight advertisement. Here we go. The 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration for the price of 70 rifle bullets or the equivalent thereof per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. Interesting. Ship freight advertisement. Okay, Titania and his captain can be found on Pier 3 in Oakmont Port. Pier 3. Newspapers, pillaged headquarters. Partially burnt cargo manifest. Okay. I think that's where we gotta go next. Map. Let me put that there. Off we go. I'm not really sure what cue they're using to indicate like when I can or cannot go into doors. It seems sort of arbitrary. Oh, how's your rat on a stick doing? Is it good? Good. I'm glad you're having a good time. Your dryer's trying to die? That's unfortunate. Our washer and dryer, honestly, are kind of both being little shitheads. We broadly speaking, have had a bit of appliance drama in the last, like, year. Such a pain in the ass. You freaking spend a bunch of money and you're like, I just need you to not die on me, man. What does this do? Oh, I just get in it and I can just drive it around. Okay. Cool. Just hop out. Okay. So this is an infested area. But also this has the... Oh! Get shoveled. I missed. Get shoveled. Get shoveled. Hold on, that one's worse. Ah! I know. Oh, I'm going crazy. We're going crazy. We're having a bad time. My health is low. Med kit. Med kit. Time for med kit. That med kit could have done better for me. Okay. Okay, well, we've learned a valuable lesson about combat. And that they are very rude. Okay, so I can craft more ammo. I can also craft... What? First, look at these items needed for a first aid kit. You know how we fix ourselves? Alcohol and a coil spring. Surely this will bring back my health. Freaking brilliant. That's how we keep going. Okay, so taking out an infested area did reward us with a good chunk of resources. Also, wasn't... Bro, that's actually pretty handy. What a useful interface. So what I am referring to is the fact that you can select which... Whoa, buckaroo. You can select which casebook you're looking at, and it seems like so the map markers that I set are like specific to the casebook rather than, like, cluttering my map if I switch. Oh, that's just... Okay. Okay, well... Can I throw this brick? I don't know if that did damage. Ooh, that hurts. Well then. Heal myself. Cordite. We're learning all kinds of things right now. Anything we can find out here? Infested areas are sort of like dungeons. They're full of goodies. But you gotta fight your way through them. Okay, what? Image map. Can I go straight to my inventory somehow? I can't. Well, that's kind of annoying. Can't I go straight to my inventory? Oh yeah, Kappa, you should open it up and clean it. That can make a significant difference. Oh, you did it when you moved in. Yeah, it's probably due again. Man, I'm definitely not swimming in ammunition. Shell casings, some ammunition, specifically of the rifle variety. I don't actually have a rifle, which is a bit of a shame. Okie doke. So there's supposed to be a vision around here, but I don't actually know what to do for the vision. Like, how do I get it to happen? Northern Grimhaven Bay at the corner of Hubert Avenue and Whisper Street. Hubert Avenue and Whisper Street. Okay. Which one's that? That is Innsmouther's notes. Innsmouther's notes. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven. Yep. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions came. I stood among many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witch. What? Okay. And? And? What is the meaning of this? Oh, we got another goopy boy. Wait, are you real? Are you a vision? What am I looking at? You don't look fully formed. Oh, God. Okay, well... Okay, well, definitely really if fully formed, just a problem. What am I even freaking doing here, man? I don't need to be here. I'm making my life hard for no reason. Alright, that's dead. Nope. Nope. Come here, you. Hit him with the shovel. Shovel him. And you really got to cut those fights short, or else your sanity really hops on the old struggle bus. Gunpowder and shell casings, good. Ooh, what's this? 45 ABP round. Skulls. Cool. Rags. Very helpful. Okay. I wonder if I'm able to just, like, rest in my hotel room in order to heal. Just out here getting my ass beat for no benefit. Just making shit up. Hopefully I can find, like, a fast travel location over here. Ooh, nice. Oh, lordy. Why are there so many? Come on, come on, come on. Get shovel. No, run away. Get shoveled. Ah! I don't have bullets for this. It disappeared. That take... Are those land... I don't trust those. Not even a little bit. I have concerns. I just do not have enough ammo for this. Maybe I should start sneaking past things. That was a bunch of alcohol. Pistol round. Running, 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 running. Running, 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 running. Hold on. Yoink. Oh, it hit me. Running, 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 running. Up, 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 up. This place freaking sucks. I'm out of here. You know, I really thought it was going to be obvious when I got over there, like, what I was supposed to do about those visions. It was decidedly non-obvious. Not a single thing was learned. Except for that the beasts freaking suck. They eat bullets for absolute breakfast. Okay, so this is just a thing. There's just, for some reason, a distance at which physical objects stop being physical objects, and any people trying to interact with them simply stop, which is kind of funny. That's distinctly a new issue that I have never seen in a game before. That's like the most bizarre form of pop-in that I have ever seen. Also, welcome back, Phantom. Let's see, can I find another phone for like a fast travel so that I don't have to do that again? Because that would be ideal. I would really rather not have to cross that nonsense another time. Fitzenheim's warehouses. What we got? B&M Canning Factory. Hello. It seems like that symbol actually indicates interactables. This is the same layout as that other place I just was. But this has less horror monsters in it. It's cannery shaped, I guess. This is what a cannery looks like. Oh, interesting little snacky feast we have going on up here. And a little podium. What do we got here? Interesting. A decided lack of lootables, which I do not appreciate. Downright rude, in fact. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking about something. Just take a quick picture of that. I don't know what happens to the pictures. I don't even know if we keep them. That's one for the collection. Hang that on the wall. What did you miss? I'm trying to remember when you left. I mean, you missed me getting my ass beat for a little while. That was a thing. Using up all of my ammunition in a very wasteful fashion. Honestly, that's about it. As I continue to try to investigate the same thing. I'm trying to get back to the pier now. In order to track down so I'm trying to research, or I'm trying to follow up on that research group. I found their headquarters and it was ransacked, but then
You're the man who handled the problems in the port.
I went
Seemed like a sharp
and I
sleuth.
checked the newspapers and I found an
something
ad
on the
for where
side?
they would be. And so I have information as to where I might find more information. That's what I have.
You pay, I work. What's the job?
Is how this works.
A fellow businessman. I'm Vincent.
Why does it look
but
like
you
he's
can call me
got
Vince.
sticks of
First
C4 on
task
his
is to
chest?
find
What's
the
going
ship's
on?
log for the Pride.
Charles Reed. A few questions, if I may.
Sure.
Ship
Why are you
log?
looking for a ship log?
Maybe I'll tell you when the job is done. Right now, you don't need to know.
In my line of work,
Uh-huh.
you don't get far without appreciating the need for privacy. I understand.
Any
What can you tell
clues?
me about the Pride?
The
Where did somewhere
Pride.
Start?
Mostly rumors. The captain was an exemplary patriot. Always had a flag with him. His
That's
last
what
shipment may
makes a
have been
patriot, I
chemicals
guess.
and metal barrels.
It could be resting on the seabed 1,000 miles away. What makes you think it can be found?
I wouldn't
An
waste my
excellent
money
question.
on you unless I had hope. Local drunkards say they saw the barge on the sunken road near the fish market.
Good. I'll check the place
Sunken
and bring you the
road.
Pride's ship log if it's still there.
Why? Okay.
See you later.
Like, I understand the sunken roads thing. But why is there, like, a whole ass ship on the sunken road? How did that happen? Oh, look at that big ass statue out there. Bounty of the Sea. The lost... Oh, I guess it's a barge? It's still kind of weird. The lost barge named the Pride was transporting a load of chemicals in metal barrels. Its captain was extremely patriotic. More importantly, rumor said it was seen in southern shells on Moreland Road. Find the Pride. Southern shells, Moreland Road. Height. Come on. Height. Yeah, close enough. Cars can't swim. You are correct. The roads are weird. Very weird. Okay, so there's the city port. This place is really tough to get around because so many of the roads are washed out, sunken. I mean, I guess it is called the sinking city. It do be sinking. Door? Nope. Okay, hold on. We want to go back to this one. Man, I really appreciate that they let you mark spots on your map for these missions, but that they tie the maps to the casebook. So you can just switch which thing you're doing, and it doesn't, like, eradicate all of the markers you left for the other stuff. You can just go back to it. Crab. Everybody's favorite crab. God, I hate those freaky-ass cats. Crab cats? Crats? They're upsetting. A box. Help, I'm stuck. A box of scrap and booze. My favorite. Okay, so some of the sunken roads have footpaths across them. So that's nice. Oh, nah, the boat switches to whatever side you're on. I thought it might be doing that. I don't believe they are rats, because they look, they're cat, like they got cat faces. They look like the Sphinx cats, just with freaky bug legs underneath. It's definitely a cat head. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Also, it does that. Very cat-like. Man, they are upsetting. Honestly, even more upsetting than the cat thingies is the fact that, like, nobody is concerned about them. Like, everybody is just like, oh yeah, those are the mousers or whatever. It's like, oh, it's fine, is it? Okay, so we've got another infested area. Infested areas suck. That must be the infested area in there. Sure is. I should actually check skills. I have not been engaging with the skill tree yet. So you can set traps twice as quickly, but I don't have traps. Hard-boiled detective. Keep an extra bullet loaded, gaining a chance to deal double damage with the pistol. Chance 10%. Reload your revolver faster. Improve coordination, gaining a chance to deal double damage with the revolver. Proficiency with the battle rifle. Wider shotgun spread. Grenades and firebombs have increased range. I like grenades and firebombs. Traps hold enemies in place for longer. Sharpened teeth on traps penetrate deeper. Vigor, carry 7 more pistol rounds. When close to death, slowly regenerated a limited amount of health for 1 last fighting chance. Falling from heights deals half damage. Melee attacks deal slightly more damage. Melee attack speed increases. Okay, this feels like... Yeah, there's the shovel related. I was like, this is that efficient shit. Keep you going. Man-eating eels deal half the damage to you while swimming. Great! Falling from heights. And what is over here in mind? Carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting. Ah! Carrying capacities. Crafting efficiency on ammunition. Save materials when crafting. Can save materials when crafting explosives. Throwable shovel? Sadly, no. Just the melee shovel. Oh, earn more experience. Gain more experience. I mean, we all know that, like, for efficiency's sake, getting the gain more experience early is kind of the peak efficiency, so that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna have a little bit of early game hard mode as I don't enhance my skills, and instead I just boost my experience gain. We shall invest in the future. Yeah, mathematically correct. That's exactly what it is. I almost like resent that they have that as a skill, because like I feel just absolutely compelled. Just there's a compulsion that has to be the thing that we get. We can't possibly start with anything else. It's like, you should just not have that, honestly. Because now obviously that's what I'm gonna do. Why do you gotta force my hand like that? It's okay, Phantom. We've done the math for you. You don't have to worry about it. God, those freaking... What if... Can I hit the cat with a shovel? Where did that guy come from? What? Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to hit you. If I did hit you. So I can hit those. Oh, God. If they... Yeah, the chicken from Zelda. That would be awful. What a horrible Easter egg that would be. What a nightmarish reference. You hit like 3 of them and all of a sudden they just summon infinity of those little guys to scrabble at your legs. God, that would be awful. It's like the chickens, except truly from your nightmares. Alright, guys, where the hell is, like... a phone so that I can set up a fast travel point here? Yeah, the shrieking noise. It would be pretty abysmal. I always did find the chicken situation from Zelda to be really hilarious. I do like in Breath of the Wild that they allowed you to weaponize the chickens. That's funny. That's just fantastic. You know, the more I run around, the more I'm... Oh, hey, there we go. That's what I wanted, a fast travel spot. Fantastic. My one complaint so far from this game, and maybe it will feel less sort of unnecessary later, but as an open world, it feels sort of unnecessarily large. Because like there's so much space in this open world that is largely lifeless. There's nothing here. There's just random ass NPCs that just wander about with like no way to interact with them. It's like, it's just kind of wasted space, and it just requires me to run around a lot. In a way that's probably not entirely necessary. I could just save some time by not having to do that. And now, obviously, there's some degree of the open world that is, I feel like, valid and almost necessary for this style of, like, investigative games to sort of work. So I certainly don't want them to get rid of it entirely, I don't think. But there's so much uninteresting shit that I have to run past. Have I seen some of the silly things you can do in Tears of the Kingdom? I have seen some. I did not end up playing Tears of the Kingdom. It did not really pique my interest, but it was incredibly impressive to see what Nintendo was able to accomplish with, like, that system and that engine on the goddamn Switch. Like, man, that was some magic physics shit that they pulled off. So, tremendous kudos to them. It was also fairly amusing to see the clips of very stupid people being very uncreative in their solutions to puzzles. Because, like, why are you all so dumb that you, like, brute force every puzzle in the least interesting way imaginable? And it's like, I don't know if this game's for you, man. Like, I don't know. I also saw on the subject of Tears of the Kingdom a really amusing cosplay that somebody did where they dressed as Link and they had an electric scooter and they put, like, you know, cardboard versions of some of the pieces so that it looked like it was like a hover scooter. That was pretty amusing. That was nicely done. That was a fun time. You good? You good? Who's yelling? Who? Hello?
Thank Kay.
Oh.
At last.
There we go.
Hey, help. Help. What's going on?
Camera.
Sea creatures swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't
Damn,
stand
he got
up
some
to them.
blue eyes.
Please help me.
Camera angles. I don't know why there is an obstruction. I didn't just randomly talk to this guy. They teleported me to a location to talk to him. Why is this here? What are those creatures?
What creatures? What
Right, he says things. I don't actually have to speak for him.
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They
Feast
eat
on
the
the
dead.
blood.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders?
Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
Okay. Am I gonna have to kill some shit? Is that what's going on? Got any ammunition? Well, some shell casings. Yoink. Some gunpowder. Yeah, I should probably make some more ammo. I got, like, a few. Alright, so this is the less effective gun. But it's cheaper to make bullets, so... Also, it's just those guys. I can shovel these guys. Come here, you. Come here, you. What? Get shoveled. Get shoveled. I did take a hit. Get shoveled. Get shoveled. Oh, the camera. Boy, it's a good thing I'm not prone to get freaking motion sick from video games, because they warp the shit out of the camera. They do kind of look like face huggers. You are correct. Oh, going crazy. The camera going warpy. There's a damn boat out here.
The monsters sure didn't leave behind much.
He's just little bitlets.
Gotta be
You
out of your
good?
head to do this to a man.
Whoa, that did not help my sanity. Feels bad, man. Ah, ghost cats. No. Ghost cats. I hate them. Oh, what do we got here? Time charter contract. I, Captain Jeremiah Sanders, hereby agree to take on board my vessel, Titania, any persons designated by Robert Throgmorton and the cargo detailed in the attached manifest, as well as to provide them with any and all necessary assistance up to and including depth measurements, as well as diving support for underwater exploration and marine life observations. Aforementioned services will take place in confidential locations in Cod Bay. Afterwards, the Titania will provide transport for all passengers to the Oakmont port. Compensation will be 70 bullets. And then there's this guy.
This would be a weird artifact in any collection.
Sure would. We're just gonna leave it there.
Cape Cod.
Cape
Remains
Cod.
here, but they've been erased.
Yeah, 70 bullets does kind of seem like not enough bullets, doesn't it?
They were in high spirits, and plenty of them were drinking.
Eesh. Can I go underneath? Nope. Can I open the crates? Nope. Is everything dead? Have I done my job? Whenever is there enough bullets? You know, that's a good question. Certainly not right now enough bullets. Oh, interesting. They used seafood and stuff. Man, I miss practical effects.
Dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
This is just the camera angle when talking to this guy.
Those things, they came because of him.
Love the A-10. What an excellently awesome aircraft.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible.
Titania.
A damn massacre.
Titania.
I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beast.
He does have the most pleasant eyes we've come across so far.
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer.
Oh, Titania. Oh,
Like
yeah.
a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his crew well.
Okay, Captain. Wow, glowing endorsement.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Where
Saw
is
him
this
get away
asshole?
Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
That is so not helpful.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Mind Palace. Burn documents. Sanders has fled. No, of course they don't mix. Uh-huh. So...
The mayor's cursed these days.
Where... Well, this is not helpful. He did not give me anything useful. Like Sanders got away. Yeah, okay. Where, bro? What am I supposed to do with this information? Ship freight advertisement. I mean, that's still got a question mark. My health is quite low, but I am cheap and refuse to use another healing item until necessary. Did this guy really tell me so little information? What am I supposed to do with that? I mean, should I go back to the Chronicle? Captain Sanders fled from the port when the fight on the Titania started. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I get any details? The old psychic vision? I'm kind of actually hoping to drag my low health until I can get back to the tenement, the hotel, whatever commie block, the sleeping place, and possibly rest it off. That's kind of what I'm going for here. Nothing. Not a damn
this would be
thing.
A weird artifact in any collection.
Not
Cape
a
Cod.
damn thing.
There were marks here, but they've been erased.
Okay, so we know he fled when the fighting started, but that's so not helpful. Fled where? Can I use this boat now? Nope. No, I cannot. Where did he go? I guess I'll try to leave and see if I can find anything out. Anybody I can ask questions of? You see anybody? What about you kicking on this here door? No?
Hey, knock it off.
Shut up. As long as the load screen's in between. Well, that does help clear up information as to, like, items. Honestly, what that really tells me is that I don't need to stress too much about items. Like, even if I'm not actively trying to, like, cheese the system, knowing that the items will come back, like, when I
Door won't budge.
reload areas, means that I should not ever want for items significantly. So I don't need to stress too much. Okay, but where did the hell did Sanders go? What the heck? What the heck? Hey, thanks for hanging out, Phantom. You have a good night. I hope you can get some rest. Have a good Friday. I'm aimless. I'm without direction. What am I to do? Seriously though.
The door won't budge.
Oh. Uh-huh. Is there anything to pick up out here? Barge of some kind. Is that a hot dog cart? It is a hot dog cart. That is remarkably janky, but amusingly janky. Clear water. It looked very clear to me. Ah, another fast travel. Excellent. Oops. Oh, I forgot I had a flashlight. Let's travel right on over to the Devil's Reef. Wait, does that mean since I traveled here, like all of the item chests are sort of reset? Maybe they'll have items, maybe they won't, but they're all... I mean... Ooh. Stupid coin. Can I rest? Can I get sleep? Wait, I actually can't sleep? I can change my wardrobe. What the heck? Freaking... What's going on down here? Unlocked by DLC. What, this thing say on the back? It's some names. Okay, well, I cannot rest to heal, so I guess I might as well craft some more healing items. Stabbies. But Sanders, where have you gone? The 30-ton like, this is the only thing that seems to be of interest. The 30-ton ship Titania is currently available for hire. We'll find it fully equipped for transport, as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration. For the price of 70 rifle bullets, or the equivalent thereof per week, those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3 Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. But he, like, fled in the fight. I would assume it's 1894. Where did he flee to? I did not get that detail. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? The Mind Palace is not doing me any good. I can't combine these. Sanders has fled from the port when the fight on the Titania started. Right. That's the thing he did. So where did he go? Guys. Where did he go? Where am I supposed to look for him? How am I supposed to know this piece of information? I really don't know? Oakmont City Port. He fled the port. Maybe I should go back down there and... maybe just like right in that area he'll be? Somewhere? What am I even supposed to look for? Maybe there's somebody to talk to? Why won't you just let me ask people? It's like, hey, have you seen this guy?
Returned many ships. Someone has to take this.
Hey, have you seen this guy? Hey, have you seen this guy? It won't even let me do that. Doggo's coughing up a storm again. Hey, have you seen this guy? What the heck? What the heck? Hold on, somebody's hollering about fish.
Just caught, mister.
Can I talk to you? Have you seen the Mr. Sanders? Captain Sanders? Nope. Can't talk to them. Are you a Captain Sanders? You are just fishing in the streets. Because of course you are. Well, that's slightly annoying. Literally the only piece of... We'll be waiting for my report. Find any other expedition members, dead or alive. The only one is Captain Sanders. But he ran off. He fled. Where did he flee to? How would I find that out? Do I know anything about... Tania's Captain can be found on Pier 3, right? Like, that's the last piece of information we have. Jeremiah Sanders contract with Frogmore to transport and aid the expedition. I mean, I guess I could go... We'll be waiting in the manor in southern Old Grove. I mean, I guess I could go see if I can talk to Throgmorton.
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
I mean, I don't see why I would be able to. I clearly don't have all the information yet. I mean, at the very least, it can't hurt to go get the waypoint up there. Or would I assume that there will be some form of fast travel up there? Say that as though I know that there is a waypoint there, but I don't. Oh, we've got an infested area over there. Definitely don't want that. Okay, over this way. Yeah, see, this is kind of the weak point of the open world nature of this. Like, it just... There's a tremendous amount of open world that is not doing anything. Like, it's not needed, it's not valuable. What is the point of you? Reward. Stuff. Shell casings. Boy, this game is also going to be one that'll be rough coming back between streams, because I will probably forget quite a bit.
The mortician has touched him up well.
Recovered. Why is it so smoky in here? What's going on? Guys,
I'm not in the mood for
opium?
chit-chat, Mr. Reed.
Okay, well, he is ignoring me entirely, so that is out of the question. Certainly not useful. Man, that vision ability is really not a cheat sheet, is it? It is not a cheat skill. It really does not reveal very much. Not like The Witcher. I feel like The Witcher just run around with that because it shows you everything you need. This one, not so much. fuse box down there. Okay, I do still want to get some form of waypoint here. I don't want to have to run here again. So let's keep our eye out for a phone booth. There's the phone booth. I knew they'd have one. Gas station. Gas. It's not much of a gas station, is it? Look at these fine separate houses. Standalone single family homes. Screw you, single family homes. The destroyer of cities. Okay, well, you know what? I think we've done 3.5 hours. I think this may be a good time to go ahead and call it. Not exactly an exciting conclusion because I'm just stuck, but honestly, I might have to look up a little bit to try to figure out what they're expecting me to do because they really did not give me sufficient information out of having talked to this guy to understand what I'm supposed to do next. All right, let's go back just one more time to Pier 3. The last piece of useful detail that I have received. That the Titania is at Pier 3. But Captain Sanders fled. Like, I expect to see some omens that, like, guide me to where he fled to. I don't see anything. I don't see shit. This guy's no help.
The mayor's cursed these days.
That's so unhelpful. Where did you say Sanders was? There's nothing to see. I don't understand. You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna... Okay, the sinking city. Where does Captain Sanders go? Lost at sea. Description of the walkthrough. There's hotel. Some loot. Okay, yep, that's whatever. Whatever. Find partially burned cargo. Yep, whatever. Oakmont Archives. Got it. Yep, here number 3. After... Start by talking with man. Yep, kill the sea creatures. I did that. Leave the dock and get the blue cloud to start it. Okay, I missed something. I definitely missed something. Okay, hold on. Alright. Should have trusted my instincts. I probably missed this.
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
That's exactly what I likely missed. I'm supposed to be able to have one of those blue clouds to see the... like what transpired. And I have not. So we got... Yep. So we got this guy.
Shot dead. Point blank.
How did I miss this guy? How did I miss this guy? There we go.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Oh, you've done been axed. And bulleted.
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
Oh, we got all kinds of shit going on. Jesus.
No more drink.
Oh, drinking.
All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Well, they were probably drinking first.
No more drink. All we've seen.
And they started to rabble
We ain't
rouse.
allowed rum.
To the mayor with you!
Yeah, the other mayor.
Die! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
We did it. Yay. Key evidence collected. The wounded sailor. Sanders has fled. The Harbor Master saw Captain Sanders leaving the pier. The only survivor of the fight on the third pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulder. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. All evidence collected. I wonder if I missed some evidence at the other place. I've got this lonely mind map. Leaving the pier, the only survivor of the fight. Captain Sanders, the wounded man, is now seeking medical aid, which presumably means that we could probably find him at the hospital, I would think. One would think. Where's the hospital at? There's the hospital. Hospital St. Mary. Okay, let's go see if we can find him at the hospital. I'm remotivated to play at least a little bit longer. I'm unstuck. I do like being unstuck. Okay. That was a valuable lesson, though, in trusting what they're telling me about, like the question mark of, like, this is where you need to be investigating, because clearly there was more stuff that I just presumed I had seen but had not, so trust the interface. Let me... Compass. Let's go ahead and take this guy. Boy, I sure hope nothing can kill me while I'm out here. Sailing along the streets of the city. Cyclops 2. Electric Boogaloo. It's a Cyclops 2. Does that mean it has 2 eyes and is thus no longer a Cyclops? Cyclops 2 eyes? That's just a big person at that point. Alright, well, I'm running into you. Excuse me, coming through, excuse me, watch out. Well, relatively safe to travel this way so far. Hey, bro. I bet that there is another fast travel point by this here hospital. Oi. Dude, there's not even enough freaking random stuff to loot out and about for this big open world. I want to open more chests.
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Hello, hospital guy. Hold on, let me check for your phone booth. Surely there's a phone booth at the hospital. How could there not be? Fast travel point. Excuse me, fast travel point. Where is you? This town kind of sucks. New location, infested area. There's the phone booth. Also, how am I doing on skills? Do I have enough? I do have another knowledge point. You know what that means? More experience from all sources. Yay. Always more experience. There's the fast travel. Maximum experience. Into the hospital.
Patient or visitor?
Whoa.
Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
So, yeah, a bit.
Nothing to write home about.
Ah, a chronic headache sufferer.
A weird way to greet somebody in a
Fascinating.
hospital.
By coincidence, I was studying Helminth and their role in illness before the flood.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that all of us are infected by Helminth?
What?
Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
Really not making
May I
me
suggest you
comfortable.
become a subject in my experimental medical program?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, sure.
Experimental medicine. Well, I guess it can't be any worse
Why not?
than the asylum in Boston.
What's the worst that can happen?
I'm delighted to hear that, Mr.
Who knows? Maybe it'll give me extra superpowers.
Charles Reed.
Mr.
On
Reed,
top of my current
take these
superpowers.
pills with some water. They're a potent measure against parasites. Contact me when you feel improvement.
Oh, lordy. I did not care for that, sir. No, I don't think I cared for that. You freaking jerk. Also, yeah, you poisoned me.
What the hell did you give me, Doc?
Is something wrong? You seem perfectly healthy to me.
I don't feel so
blinded
perfectly healthy.
He gave me these visions. Worse than a blow to the head. What are you trying to pull?
Intriguing. These side effects are a new development. I'll have to run some more tests. Let me know if anything else happens, won't you?
Sure, bro. Sure. Any patients with an
I'm
axe?
looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
Okay, this might ring a bell.
Literally
My guy has a deep
took an axe to the shoulder. Can't be that many of those.
I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork, but you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
Boy, that is a significant HIPAA violation. Just get out of my face and go check the archives. Patience. District from the Bay? Surgery? Search? No. Patience. From the Bay? After the flood? No. Wounded Sanders. The only survivor of the fight of the third pier of Grimhaven Bay was a man badly wounded in the shoulders. Captain Sanders is the wounded man and is now seeking medical aid. Patience. I mean, it's not fucking morgue. Oh, maybe therapy. Asylum. Maybe therapy is the term they would be using. No. No. Okay. No. It's really not going very well. What the heck? We need a patient. Captain Sanders. Asylum. Bay. You need me to freaking brute force this shit? I'll do it. I'll do this freaking brute forcing. What? Oomst? How am I supposed to find this guy? What do they want from me? I swear to God, I did that one already. Whatever. Peter Crowley, M29 Oak Monitor. Multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to chest and face as a result of explosion. Several surgeries, wounded treatment, facial surgery, prognosis good, best recommended. Joseph Willow, M39 newcomer. Deep cut wound to left shoulder, broken collarbone, fractured scapula. Wound stitched, fracture set and bandaged, no trace of infection evident, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. What? That's a different name. Bed rest is recommended. So what are they here? What good was that? You're holding your left arm.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete. Explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Okay. Not in the port fight?
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please, leave.
Okay. Wounded patient Pete. Oh, stuff to steal. Sorry about your stomach. Can't carry anymore. What can't I carry more of? Hold on, I've got inventory limits. Shell casings are capped out. Well, that's just inconvenient. Can I try again? Yoink. Yes, I can. Hey, bro. Oh, we got a third floor. Left shoulder.
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders? Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
Why
That's
did you
funny.
lie?
The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre.
Liar.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
So what happened?
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
didn't go
There
well.
are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. Maybe they'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
What did happen to them?
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed.
You know, they're really
They were
casual
working on
about
some
monsters.
theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open, and that means hysteria on land.
I would be really
We spent days
concerned to the degree that, like, I don't think I would get over the fact that, like,
saw things looking back at
unknown creatures just turned up. Like, after a circumstance, like, that's a bad time.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
Well,
No.
he's dead now.
He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw...
What kind of horror?
Things. Not
Things.
one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters. Mark my words.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
I mean, that's probably because they saw
Stop
some
them from
shit.
rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. But what happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
Oh, we're just going for it.
You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
It's
I'm a Navy
super
diver,
suicide.
Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Where's
And
the
the ship's
logbook
log.
from the Titania?
Well, I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
Get better soon.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, we took a shit with some frames. Lost frames. Are we finding them again? Are we recovering? I believe we have recovered. All right. Well, at least we tracked them down for the exciting conclusion. Now we got a ship to catch, I guess. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. Kappa, Diener, all those who have come before. And that's an interesting game. I'm curious to see how long it is. I hope it is not like tremendously long. Like not that I'm not enjoying it, but like I can't. I can't do another 11 episode adventure. Hopefully it's not that long. But I'll probably ignore a lot of the side quests, honestly, and just kind of go through the main portion, because I really just don't care enough for all the side stuff. But regardless, it's certainly intriguing. It's got good atmosphere, having a good time. So we will continue that on Saturday. So thanks all for coming. I hope you all have a good night. I hope you enjoy your Friday. I'm excited tomorrow's Friday as well. And I will see you all next time. All right? Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit. Just close your eyes.